Your thoughts on the Maryland game?
Well, Maryland's a tough team. It's a team that we know is going to be out for blood. It's a team that we were able to go in there last year and beat them pretty good. So we know that they're going to be coming for us. You know, it's going to be a tough team. We know that they of course are going to pose some issues for us. You know, we're trying to have the best week of practice we could possibly have to get ready for this game.
Now you're saying a tough team, but there's a lot of people after the 7-6 against William and Mary. People are thinking it's going to be more like last year.
Well, a lot of things can happen in week one. A lot of teams. It's just really easy to come out there a little bit sloppy. We weren't perfect either in our first game, but we know that a lot of teams make a lot of improvements from week one to week two, and it's a team that we beat last year, so we know that they're going to be coming for us. They're going to be playing hard.
Chris, how much film have you watched of them yet? Have you guys gotten into that yet, or over the weekend?
Yeah, we've been trying to watch as much film as we can. Of course, it's a little tough. They only have one game with their new defensive coordinator, and so we've been watching, a little bit of different, anything we really can on them.
Do they mix in a lot of different looks? Like, what do you see when you look at film of them? I know it's only one game, but
well, they have They have 3-4 personnel. They play, but they seem to play more of an under front. They mix up their coverages, their blitzes pretty well. So. We'll really have to be on top of our stuff to be able to recognize that.
Chris, you played a team last week that obviously you were beaten badly a year ago. It didn't seem to have any effect. Now you're in another situation where you beat a team badly a year ago. Is that tougher for those games, as opposed to somebody that, like, let's say you were out for blood, maybe if they had put a number on you last year?
It absolutely can be tough, because we know that we're not going to be taken lightly. We may have in the past in some games, but we know we're not being taken lightly, and we're being taken as fierce competition. So we know we're going to get their best shot.
But how did you guys guard against maybe looking past them or something, or not? Maybe saying, hey, we beat this team pretty good last year.
Well, it can be real easy to do. It can be real easy to do that sometimes, but I can guarantee you we're not looking past them one bit. We're looking at them as tough competition and a tough game to win.
is that the next step for you guys, Chris? Because there have been times, before you became the starting quarterback here, where this program would have a big win, and then there was a letdown the following week, and then the guys would say, we kind of let that slip. Like, how do you, like Mike said, how do you put a stop to that and just say it's not gonna happen this time?
Well, it definitely has happened. I can point to Toledo last year where we came out flat and they beat us pretty handedly. The only way to put a stop to that is to really not get a chance to really let down or relax or anything. Like, we got to keep pushing forward, to keep trying to have the best practices we can and go into that game with our most focused mentality.
Can you talk about Matt Brown? He had a huge game against Villanova. And get your thoughts on him this year.
He absolutely did have a huge game, and he's as I've said before, he's a tough guy. He's a tough guy. He's one of the most fierce competitors I've ever had the pleasure of playing with. So I'm really excited about the way he's playing right now.
Yeah. Is it his versatility that makes him the player?
It's his versatility. It's his energy. It's his leadership on the field. He leads by example, and he plays hard on every snap, regardless.
And you think with Bernard going, he wants to really step up and get to the next level?
Well, I know he's ready to. I know he's ready to, absolutely.
Chris, for first game, how good did you guys feel about coming out offensively, what you were able to do?
We feel good about some things. We had some good, we had a couple good sustained drives in that game, but we also had some 3-and-outs and some issues where we got stagnant, stopped, and didn't really move the ball very well. So we got to get rid of those inconsistencies moving forward into this game.
Any other questions?
Chris, for you, coming from Northern Virginia, is it extra special playing against Maryland?
Absolutely. I've got a lot of friends from back home that are Maryland fans. I've got a lot of my friends back home, a lot of people from back home that are going to be coming up to the game. It absolutely is special, and it was special going there last year. It's going to be special again this year.
Were you recruited at all by Maryland?
A little bit going into my senior year, but not a whole lot.
Chris, I know maybe this isn't as much in your personality, but when we were talking to Matt, and how he is and how fiery he is, and talks about a lot of programs who've overlooked them, kind of like along the lines of what Keith was saying. There were a lot of programs that overlooked, and you probably go through the whole list on the schedule this year. Is there any part of you that has a little bit of extra incentive when you know, even if you're not like outwardly like trash talking or anything like that, is there any part of you that when you see these games on the schedule, you say, I kind of want to show these guys that they might have missed out on me?
No, absolutely. There's of course there's a chip on your shoulder. I mean, you look at Maryland this week. I was a local guy that you know I didn't get that much of a look from them. So any game like that where you know there's team where you know that there's a team that really looked over you, you're gonna have a chip on your shoulder. You're gonna want to play hard.
Okay, thank you all.
Thanks.
Thanks, Chris. Thank you.